Good morning, everybody. I'm Nina with Sharing a Journey, and today I thought we'd just do a chatty get ready with me. Hey, friends. I just thought that part of getting to know each other on a more personal level, that it would be sort of a good idea to just do a get ready with me. I know that many of you know me through my blog, sharingajourney.com, and for a while now I've been working to get back into making videos. And I just thought, hey, like what if we just did a video while I put my makeup on like so many others do, and just chat as we go along. So here we go. I'm going to start by putting on my Dermatology broad spectrum SPF 45. Today, obviously, we're home. The whole family's home. Brooke is in her new office in the dining room. She's got the dining room table going. And Roger has the bedroom where he's watching television. And I have the sunroom where here we are putting on makeup. And so we all kind of do this thing where we will sit and work on our various projects, and then at certain points during the day we come together. So we come together usually around noontime. Everybody starts like sort of foraging for food, and we'll sit and talk a little bit, and then we go back to our respective little work areas and work some more. And then in the afternoon, if everyone sort of got done what they hoped to get done for the day, then we'll go for a walk outside. The parks here are closed. We had a Rails to Trails program, and we were enjoying walking on the trail. We hardly ever in the years that we've been doing Rails to Trails, we've hardly ever seen many more than maybe 15 people on the trail at any given time, but they made the decision that they're going to go ahead and close that down. So in the early evening, we've been just walking in the neighborhood, and it seems as though everyone is sort of practicing social distancing, and so that's sort of how we've been getting a little bit of exercise in every day. So I'm waiting for my sunscreen to sort of dry down a little bit, and I'm just going to go ahead. You're supposed to wait for 15 minutes, but this is going to be just a stay-at-home makeup look, and so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply some of my foundation, and I'm using the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I've been using this for about a year now, and one of the things I love about it is that it's got a beautiful finish. It's light to medium, and it goes on really super fast, so it's perfect for a quick stay-at-home kind of makeup look. So I like to use a makeup brush, and I've been using this makeup brush by BK Beauty. This is a liquid foundation brush. How many of you guys use foundation brushes when you're applying your foundation? It's a relatively new thing for me. When I started using makeup, I started to, use just my fingers, which is what everybody did. And now I found that I really like using a brush, and you can see like how quickly this went on. And it's just a light medium coverage, and I'm done with that. Now, one of the things that I have is I have very dark circles under my eyes, so I always use concealer. That's like a staple, whether I'm doing a stay-at-home makeup look or going out. I usually will go ahead and dot on some product under my eyes. So I'm just kind of dabbing it in place. And this is the Born This Way new multi-use concealer and concealer. All right, so it's this guy, and I've been really loving it. I tried the Shape Tape, and then I tried the Jeffree Star. Both of those are good, but I like this one the best so far. It seems to be the best in terms of not really causing texture and weird stuff under my eyes. So I'm going to just take a look away here and just apply my concealer. And I use the straight line, so essentially I come down here and I only cover the parts that are dark, and I don't do the big V thing, and I don't do an arc. I'm using this to sort of distribute, this brush to just sort of distribute the concealer, and then I'm going to use this other cool brush that I just got. This is an IT Cosmetics brush, and it's soft and it's perfectly shaped to go in and sort of blend out and airbrush that inner corner area, and I just love it. Again, it speeds up the process, and within a second I have my under eye concealed. Before, oh my goodness, I can't even begin to tell you how much crazy that I was going through in order to just get like some coverage under my eyes. So this combination of the Born This Way concealer and this brush by IT Cosmetics has really made upped my game and made this process go so much faster. And of course, you know, like when you're just putting on makeup to just be at home, you don't, I don't know, I personally like to just have, you know, kind of a look that's done a little bit, but not too much. So that's sort of it. As you can see, it's just basic. I'm not, I might go in, let it sit for a second and go in and maybe add another dab or two of concealer just to sort of just make it just a tap lighter. So I'm going to do that and blend it out again. So there we have it done. Now the next step is applying a little bit of powder. And again, I found this magnificent brush. This one is by a brush designer called Sonia G. And I love this brush. I use it so much. It's fabulous. And this is her powder foundation brush. It's meant to be used with powder foundation, but I love using it for setting powder as well. So I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder, and I'm just going to tap it in place, and then I'm just going to use round circular strokes to just sort of blend it out and blend the foundation and everything together, so you just sort of get that little bit of blended natural look to your face. Now when we're just hanging out at home, I will often just grab a simple palette. This is the Cali contour palette, and the thing I like about it is that it's just a bunch of neutral colors, and you can use these colors for your face and eyes. So I'm going to set the kind of the whole look together with this, and then just kind of go in and do some additional work with another palette. So I'm going to start out with a bronzer. I'm going to use a Sonia G soft natural bristle brush. This is a part of her face kit, and I'm just going to dab it in and tap off the excess, and then just apply it to my cheekbones, my forehead, and again the cheeks, and then along the jawline where I have, kind of the jolly thing started. It doesn't really change the fact that I have jowls, but it does kind of make it look a little bit better, or make me feel better, I don't know. So that's sort of how it goes. And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab this blending brush and just sort of blend everything out again. And then this particular palette also has a blush in it, and I'm going to go ahead and just use the blush that's in the palette. And one of the things I like about using a face palette like this is the fact that you don't have to be kind of using a whole bunch of different palettes. You just can use one one and you're just one and done. So I'm actually even gonna do my eyeshadow from this palette. So now I'm gonna go ahead and so I used the, oops, let's see, all right. So I used the bronzer over here and the blush over here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use the highlight on my eyelids to start my eye look. I always like to start with a light color all over my eye. And sometimes I just use foundation, sometimes I just use concealer, sort of whatever is kind of quick and at hand. And the reason I do this is sort of to cancel out the discoloration that I have on my lids now, and also because it helps the colors appear sort of more true. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a quick little soft blending brush. This one comes from Sonia G as well. I bought her eye kit and then I bought her face kit. They are pricey, but every one of the brushes that I have had pretty much in my whole, since the beginning of collecting brushes when I was young, I still have. The ones that I especially have spent a little bit more on, they've lasted, you know, like this brush, this is a Trish McAvoy brush. I had cold sweats when I bought this in the 90s. I still have it. I still use it every day. So I'm a big advocate for getting good brushes. They help the makeup to apply better, blend out better, and also they last forever if you take good care of them. So one of the things that we're doing here at home is we're in the process of sort of finding some things to do together as a family. I'm using the bronzer here and just applying it to the crease area of my eyes just to kind of give them a little bit of punch. And one of the things I found with using like bronzers and stuff like that is that if you have blue or green eyes, bronzers and blushers used on the lid in the crease area, they really pack a punch. They really bring out the color of your eyes. And when I was younger, oftentimes if I was doing like a really quick look, I'd just use the same blush like on this part of my eye, and it just sort of ties the look together and just bring really naturally pretty glowy look together for you. Now I'm just going to do one more thing. I'm going to use another one of the Sonia G brushes, and this is the Worker One. I'm going to go into the darkest part of the Cali Contour palette. This would be used to facial contour. I'm going to use it at the outer corner of my eyes just to give my eyes a little bit of kind of shaping or movement upward. And this is something that I like to do. It just sort of gives the illusion of a lift. And I focus on the outer third of the lid. And then I like to just sort of blend it out just so that it kind of really looks natural. It looks to you like, you know, through the camera, it looks a little bit bolder than it actually looks in real life. But anyway, so that is sort of the base part of the look, and I will also sometimes like to add a little shimmer to my lid, and the Cali Contour palette actually does have, I'm having a lot of fun finding the camera here, actually does have two highlighters here, and so I will often just go ahead and grab one with a more of a flat kind of brush, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to apply that to the movable part of the lid just to sort of give a little bit of glow to the inner area, the inner corner here. The final step for this look is just simply applying mascara and eyeliner. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply some eyeliner and some mascara. Oh, and then I will often just go ahead and use a little bit of clear gel on my eyebrows. I'm not a big brow person. So I don't usually do a lot, especially if we're at home. If we're going out, then I might do a little bit more. But this is sort of my like at home kind of go-to look. And, you know, so this is, you know, kind of how I'm hanging out. Except I will be adding a little bit of mascara and a little bit of eyeliner. So just bear with me while I do that task, and then you'll get to see the finished product. So my friends, this is sort of my quick stay-at-home makeup look. I oftentimes will just put a gloss on my lips, which I've done today to kind of help keep them moisturized. But I also wanted to just sort of say hey and hope that your day is going super well, and thank you for watching. Now I do have a handout that I have both on my blog, and you can also download it here, and it is just a whole list of different things that you can do at home, a bunch of resources, apps, and my favorite like YouTube channels for a variety of different stay-at-home activities. So I hope that this finds you well, and it's been really fun starting to get to know some of you. I'm appreciating your comments. I have always gotten a lot of comments from my readers through our newsletter and through the other channels, and I look forward to getting to know you on video here on YouTube. So thank you, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing.